What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mike Herring. I'm an internal medicine physician here in Nashville. And today I want to talk about the rank list, and maybe more importantly, how to set it up. For those of you who don't know, medical students matriculating to residency don't get to pick and choose exactly where they go. They have to make this rank list of programs that they think they might want to go to. The programs make their list of applicants that they enjoyed. It goes into a giant computer program and they spit out a result. When I was setting up my rank list, so many things crept into my head, but the biggest one was the anxiety of making potentially the wrong choice. So with this video, I'm hoping I can maybe clarify some of the things for you, some things to look for in a program, some things to look for when you're making your rank list, so maybe you don't have all the anxiety that I did. If you've got to spend your next 3 to 7 years at an institution where the overwhelming majority of your waking hours are spent in that particular hospital, you want to make sure it's the right choice for you. So yeah, it freaked me out like it does most people. With any luck, this video can help you make the best choice for you, so let's jump in. The first thing you should examine when preparing your rank list is, and some of you are going to laugh at me for this, but it's true, the vibe of the program. More importantly, is it the vibe of the program that you want? If you are someone like me and wanted a more relaxed, laid-back group of colleagues while still getting your work done at a very high intellectual level, you want that to be reflected in your program. Is that how the interview day went? Is that the general gestalt of the administrative staff, of the residents, of the program directors? Does it match up with what you want? Or did you get the feeling of something that wasn't that? Was it a more hierarchical structure? Was it more militaristic and serious all the time? And maybe you're going for that, then, you do you. But if that's not your style, then, I don't know. Vibes don't match. If the vibes don't match, the vibes don't match. Remember, 3 to 7 years of your life is going to be spent at that institution doing those sorts of things with those sorts of people. If you're going to be miserable for 3 to 7 years, maybe you shouldn't pick that one. The second thing you should look for in a residency program is the location. Now, I know it seems kind of superficial, but it's kind of important too. Are you someone who needs to be very close to family? That's important. Are you somebody who needs the big city? That's important. Are you somebody who has to have a car someplace? Or if you don't have a car, you need to be in a place where you don't need a car? That's important too. Do you need to be close to the beach? Do you need to be close to the mountains? What is the food scene like? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you need more variety? What is the culture of this place like? Those are all important things and should impact your decision on where you're going to spend the next big chunk of your life. These kinds of decisions may seem superficial, but don't let anybody judge you for doing what's right for you. The third thing you should consider, and I was tempted to put this higher, but I think this is where this is going to have to go. The third thing is, how are the residents? You ask any resident how you doing, they're going to say fine at best, probably, but kind of get a look at their body language. Are they happy? Do they joke around with each other? Or are they closed off? Are they serious? Are they monosyllabic? Are they monotone? I remember one of my experiences very distinctly, so much so that I almost didn't rank a program. I'm sure most of you had experiences with residents either before or maybe after the interview day with only the residents without the supervision of the program directors. That's going to be super important. One of the programs to which I applied, I thought I was going to rank pretty highly based on a whole number of things, including location and quality of the actual program and things I want to get out of it. And then I went to the pre-interview dinner. At best, the residents were miserable. I actually left that dinner pretty shaken up. Now, this is a program that I thought I was going to rank pretty highly, and I got out of that dinner thinking that I wasn't going to rank the program at all. Every resident I saw there looked like they'd just seen a ghost. Some of them were exhausted, but some of them looked like zombies. A lot of them walked in there, grabbed food, and left without saying a word. Some of them were there because they had to be there. Nobody was there because they wanted to be there. For me, those were huge red flags, and I'm glad I didn't end up matching at this place. I almost didn't rank this program, frankly, because I didn't want to turn into the shell of a human being that I thought those residents had already become. Being who I am is important to me, and I really didn't want to lose that. I almost didn't rank this program. I did rank it a lot lower down than I thought I was going to, and I am grateful every single day that I didn't end up there because I'd probably be a different person. Pay very close attention to the residents. Pay very close attention to how they interact with their program directors, how those relationships are. Are they positive? Are they negative? Are they demeaning or are they collegial? Those are big, big keys to making sure you're happy throughout the next 3 to 7 years of your life. Piggybacking on that, the fourth thing you should look for is work hours. Now, it's residency, you're going to work a ton. Like more than you probably should. That being said, there are nuances to some of the programs that others don't have. For instance, 24-hour shifts to me, not a deal breaker, but I prefer not to do them. I don't want to stay up for 24 hours in a row. It's not good for you. But it wasn't officially a deal breaker for me, so I had some programs on there with 24-hour shifts, but they were ranked lower. If there's a night float system, meaning you only work nights for a certain number of weeks, how many night shifts do you have? How much time do you have off? How can you switch if you need some time off to do one thing or another? A lot of things go into that. Do you work 14 nights in a row? Do you work 9 out of 14 nights? What are the call schedules like? Is it Q4 call? Is it Q3 call? Is it Q2 call? The Q4, 3, and 2 means you're on call every 4, 3, or 2 days. Just if you didn't know. Something else to consider is how many call months do you have to have? How many ICU months do you have to have? How many floor months do you have to have? Are those things absolute? Is there a little bit of wiggle room? Can you trade with somebody who may want to go into an ICU heavy specialty and maybe you don't, so you can switch them up a little bit? Schedule and work hours are very important. You're going to work 80 hours a week for a lot of weeks, but there are nuances in every program schedule that may yield you some benefit compared to others, so pay close attention to those. The last thing I want to talk about is brand name programs. Now, a lot of programs have big names and they have a lot of pomp and circumstance around those programs. How much does that actually matter? Listen, some programs can be qualified as better than others, sure, but does it really mean that much to you? It certainly doesn't mean you can't get spectacular training at a program that you've never heard of. If you find yourself interviewing at one of these lesser known programs and you find yourself checking off each and every one of those boxes that you like, maybe that's one's right for you. You're going to get a lot more out of a program if you're happy to go to work and not miserable all the time. In my opinion, you're going to get a much better education and a much more fulfilling experience throughout residency if you're happy most of the time, if you're not miserable, if you don't loathe going to work every day, compared to maybe that name brand institution's not right for you. Now, if you have this name brand institution and checks off all your boxes, this is where you want to be, this is exactly who you are, cool, go do it. But just because a program has a big name doesn't mean it's where you should strive all the time. It just means, hey, it's got a bigger name, but maybe it's not right for you, and that's okay. Remember, you're going to spend the next 3 to 7 years at this one institution. You're going to spend most of your waking hours in the hospital for the next 3 to 7 years. Make sure it's a place that you can see yourself going to every single day for those years. If you can't and choose to go there anyway, you will probably be miserable. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. I sincerely hope you got something out of it. If there's something more nuanced that you want me to talk about, drop it down below. I'll see what I can do. But until then, good luck making your rank list, and I'll see you in the next video.